I've been watching this because it was a process that was started under the prior mayor and became pretty controversial. And I believe it was called the Community Guide or something at the time, and became something that I believe that residents of Calgary weighed in on in the last election. What had me concerned is that it seemed like the resurgence of this was tied to a bilateral deal that the city of Calgary signed with the federal government. Of course, it's emerged, it's a little bit murky. Seems like the federal government said, yes, they need to make these changes, and then it sounded like the municipality said, no, we've got the authority to, and there's no tie to the money. I don't know what the real answer is there, but it does concern me if municipalities feel that they have pressure from the federal government to change their policies in order to get a couple $100 million. That's part of the reason why we've brought in Bill 18, because we want to be able to be the advocate for all of our municipalities so that they don't feel like they have to be pressured into passing policies that will likely get some of them unelected in the next election, and will allow for us to be able to be that shield. So not only can we negotiate with the federal government, something that is fair, but also so that we can make sure that all of those dollars are going to each municipality. So I don't quite know how this is going to turn out for the various members who voted the way they did. I've seen the polling on some of those ridings, just like anyone else has. But it does seem to me that is, there's an election about a year and a half away. So I guess we'll see whether or not there's widespread acceptance then. I'm so concerned about it that we're putting forward legislation very similar to what Quebec has put through, which would obligate the federal government to work with us when they're looking at funding various joint initiatives, because we believe that we would then have the clout at the bargaining table to be able to say certain things are on and certain things are off. And so I think any of these negotiations are important for the federal government to meet its targets, but also for the provincial government to be able to meet its targets and take care of all of our municipalities. So if it is the case that the council members felt that somehow that money would be at risk if they didn't make the kind of changes that they did, then that's very concerning, because the federal government should not dictate what municipal policy should be. The municipalities under our constitution remain the sole authority of the provincial government. We're the ones who passed the Municipal Government Act and give them the authorities that they do have. So yeah, I would say I am concerned if that's the case, but I guess we'll see what happens in the next election about how comfortable Calgarians are with the decisions that were made.